all I gotta say, guys, is holy fucking shit. I told you guys on Wednesday that NXT No Mercy was gonna make history, and it was gonna be a banger. It lived up to the fucking hype. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get started with the result of NXT No Mercy, the road to 200 subs is over. It's finally come to a close, and we're now on the road to 500 subs. And as I've said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I'm opening up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, as I got something caught in my eye, by checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I'm opening up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever Collector's Rare. Because it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a Collector's Rare, because I also pulled this Collector's Rare Beat Cop from the Underworld that I pulled from my Genesis Impact box opening from a few months back. Honestly, this thing looks absolutely gorgeous, but I will be getting it graded at some point. Just really don't know when, though. But if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: who was the superstar of the night from NXT No Mercy? Let me know down in the comments below, and let's get to it, guys, because NXT No Mercy was a hell of a show. Holy fucking shit. Banger after banger with each match, with each second of the match, of each match. Absolutely incredible. And it kicks off with the kickoff show as Kalani Jordan was granted her wish to battle Blair Davenport. And honestly, this was, don't get me wrong, this was a banger. This was back and forth. Kalani Jordan had quite a few. She had quite a few near falls, and they were this close. But it was that split-legged moonsault that changed the match, the course of the match, as Blair Davenport was able to get her knees up and hit Jordan with the Falcon Arrow to win the match on the kickoff show. But she was then later attacked by Gigi Dolan, and honestly, I'm not surprised. But it then led to the announcement later on in the show that Gigi Dolan will do battle with Blair Davenport, and that one is going to be a hell of a match. Cannot wait for that one. But we now move into the main card as Baron Corbin went toe-to-toe with Braun Breaker. And honestly, this was a banger. This was absolutely nuts. Nuts, I tell you. Fucking nuts. Back and forth. Back and forth. This was the clear case. The clear case of big, meaty men slapping meat. This was absolutely insane. But it was the closing moments that made all the difference. because with the help of the return of Mr. Stone, Stone was able to hit a crossbody, but got caught by Breaker. He then throws Mr. Stone into the sea of security, which will probably see them on NXT Level Up in a few weeks, which is possible. And then he got hit with the End of Days by Baron Corbin, which allowed Baron Corbin to pick up the 1, the 2, and the 3. Excuse me. I can't say that I'm surprised, because this is Baron Corbin we're talking about here, because he was cheered by the fans. So it's possible that we might see him as a babyface. It's possible, but will he really be a babyface? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I will say this: the amount of time he has left in WWE, I can tell you right now, Baron Corbin is making good use of it. He's making hella good use of it, and I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. In spite of what people say about him as a heel, he definitely deserves it. But we now move on to the first of 5 titles that were defended. This one being for the North American title, as Dominic Mysterio defended the title against Trick Williams with Dragon Lee as the guest referee. This one was a bit interesting, to say the very least. Dragon Lee got hit in the face by Dominic Mysterio. Trick Williams had several near falls, which were this fucking close. Even with the second referee getting involved, who got hit in the face by Dom. Dom had brought in the closing moments. Actually, Dom had brought in the title. He got kicked in the face by Trick. Dragon Lee came into the ring with the 1, the 2, the 3, and now the question becomes, with Trick Williams now as the North American champion, what do you guys think Mommy is gonna think? I'm pretty sure Rhea Ripley is gonna be not happy. Because, getting to see her Dom lose the North American title, that drops the morale of the Judgment Day. It's possible that Dom might get a rematch and regain the title somehow, but only time will tell. But shoutouts to Trick Williams for regaining the NXT for winning the NXT North American title. Props to him. He earned it, because we knew two years ago when he debuted in NXT, we knew he was going to be a megastar in WWE on NXT, and this proves it. But now the question becomes, does best friend Carmelo Hayes retain the title, or did Dragunov fulfill his destiny? Guess you guys will have to watch. Guess you guys will have to continue watching this video and find out. Because we now move on into the second title match for the NXT Tag Team titles between the family, Stax and Tony D'Angelo, defending the titles against Diamond Mines, the Creed Brothers, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, and of course, out the muds, Bronco Nima and Lucian Price. And this one was pretty much everything we had expected from a fatal 4-way. Stax and Tony D said it best, that they wanted to face the best of the best. This was their first premium live event title defense, and they wanted to prove that they were the best. They wanted to prove that they are the best tag team in NXT, and it literally we saw Tony D'Angelo twist his right knee, and he was ejected from the match. He was ejected from the match, leaving Stax to go at it on his own. We did not think, I swear to you, we were all expecting a tag team like Out the Mud to win the NXT tag team titles, or even perhaps Angel and Humberto, or even see the Creed brothers regain the NXT tag team titles. But Tony D'Angelo came back, bad knee and all, and it was literally back and forth, chaos all over the place. But the closing moments, Stacks and Tony D were able to hit Lucian Price with the bada boom, bada bing, as they call it, to win, to not only pin Lucian Price, but to retain the NXT tag team titles. Honestly, I don't know how the hell Tony D was able to pull it off, but he fucking pulled it off. Props to him for that one. It was absolutely incredible. But if you want to talk about incredible, this one, it could have been an instant classic, but it just was not meant to be. As we saw Noam Dar of Metaphor defend the NXT Heritage Cup against Butch of the Brawling Brutes, with the rest of Metaphor in the corner of Noam Dar, and of course the big strong boy Tyler Bate in the corner of his old friend, his old arch enemy Butch. And honestly, this was absolutely incredible. Think about this. First fall, nothing happened except Noam Dar, wham, elbow to the face of Butch. Not much you can do about it. Second round, that was literally the first round. Second round, Noam Dar picks up the victory. Third round, I think, what was it? Third round? Third round was a tie. Fourth round, Butch picked up the victory. Fifth round, it was a tie. Sixth and final round was what made all the difference. Right when Butch was about to win, Gallus shows up, attacks Tyler Bate for literally all because of the fact that Butch pinned Joe Coffey this past Tuesday on NXT. Joe Coffey gets involved, hits Butch with all the best for the bells, and it literally took all the members of Metaphor and all of Gallus for Noam Dar to pin Butch to retain the NXT Heritage Cup. I think it's safe to say that Butch definitely deserves a rematch for the NXT Heritage Cup, but it's not over between British Strong Style and Gallus. We're definitely seeing a British Strong Style return, but the only person that's missing is Trent Seven. But because of what Trent Seven did to Tyler Bate last year, a year and a half ago, on NXT UK, turning his back on Tyler Bate, I think it's pretty safe to say that we won't be seeing Trent Seven in WWE anytime soon, unless if Trent Seven has come to has seen the error of his ways, I guess. But don't see that happening anytime soon. But maybe Ridge Holland could show up. It's possible. Maybe we might see Sheamus come back. But then again, Sheamus is dealing with an injury, so we won't be seeing him anytime soon. But 7 superstars. It took 7. 5 dudes, 2 chicks to pin Butch for Noam Dar to retain the Heritage Cup. It's far from done. I can guarantee that it is far from done. But we now move on to the first of 2 main events. This one being for the NXT title, as Carmelo Hayes literally defended the title against Ilya Dragunov in a rematch from the Great American Bash. Honestly, this was everything we had expected. The Bash was an instant classic. The Great American Bash was an instant classic. This one was an instant classic. Back and forth, near fall after near fall. It literally, Carmelo Hayes brought everything to Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov gave it his all against Carmelo Hayes. But it literally took, this is what happened. It took an H-bomb, as he calls it, the H-bomb, from the top rope, literally the top rope, onto Carmelo Hayes, which is a jumping forearm straight to the jaw when your opponent is literally lying on his back. It took that H-bomb from the top rope for Ilya Dragunov to finally pin Carmelo Hayes and become NXT champion. Honestly, mad props to both. They put on an instant classic, non-stop action, back and forth. My invisible hat, if you will, goes out to both Dragunov and Hayes. As far as what could be next for Carmelo, maybe a spot on the main roster. I think it's time for him to be on the main roster. It's done. I think his time's up. His time is up in NXT. He needs to be in the main roster before Survivor Series, because if he shows up to the main roster after Survivor Series, all it's gonna do is just put Carmelo Hayes into the mid-card section of WWE, just like they did with Tommaso Ciampa, just like they did with guys like Cameron Grimes, who we rarely see Cameron Grimes anymore. It's like, what was the point? You know, it was like, what was the point? But props to Hayes. Hell of a title run since Stand and Deliver. So it was what, April? So April, May, June, July, August, September. So about 5 months. He was an NXT champion, and he had 6 successful title defenses, but the 7th was not the charm. But we move on to the main event for the NXT Women's title. It's very rare that the NXT Women's title main event's a premium live event, but this one was one of those rare times. The man, Becky Lynch, the self-proclaimed center of the universe, Tiffany Stratton, and this one was absolutely chaotic. This one was under Extreme Rules. Starts out in the aisleway, goes into the sea of the NXT universe. It went all over the place, but it's what happened at the end that made all the difference. Tiffany Stratton was almost hit the prettiest moonsault ever onto Becky Lynch, onto a sea of chairs, but that gave Becky Lynch the chance to hit Tiffany Stratton with the manhandle slam onto the pile of chairs for her to retain the NXT Women's title. There's a reason why she's known as the man. She can do anything in WWE, but now we know that this Monday on Raw, it'll be the man, Becky Lynch, versus Tegan Nox for the NXT Women's title. That was gonna be a hell of a match. Can't wait for that. But honestly, No Mercy basically lived up to the hype. These guys showed no mercy. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.